Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming.
That's right.
That's what we
Who
should
cares
be
if we
talking
kidnap
about.
their children?
That is such a terrible take. First of all, we can't even retire these days. And when people retire, they barely get anything to even survive by. Not to mention, we can barely survive even with two sources of incomes. Majority of Americans don't even know what she was talking about. We focus on the economy, our everyday spending. And from what I see, nothing has gotten cheaper and nothing has gotten better. Border crossings, okay, we give you kudos for that. But that is pretty much it. Besides that, you were sending billions to other countries, majority to Israel every week, and yet they still play us like we're too stupid to know what's going on in our own daily lives. They just say, shut up, peasant. Shut up, peasant. We are giving you the best economy in history. And you got these other right-wing grifters saying, stop complaining because we're going to lose the midterms. We don't give a shit about the midterms. You guys have delivered on nothing. One thing, as I said previously, besides that, nothing has gotten better. So why should we vote for this party? I say we let the whole entire system tank. Both sides. Stop voting altogether. Unless you are not propped up by donors or foreign interests, I have zero interest in you. And it seems like 98% of both sides are unfortunately bought by their big donors.
What does it matter? Who cares if we kidnapped them? The Dow is up. The Dow's up. Who cares if we snatched your kids and took them to an island to abuse them? The Dow is up. So what? So what? We're part of an ancient blood cult. The Dow is up. So what? We perform sacrifices to deities so that we can have their power. The Dow is up. You know what the NASDAQ's doing? The blue chips, the S&P 500. Why don't you shut your mouth about the kids that we abducted and sacrificed so we can please Lucifer or Baal? So what? The Dow is up. So what? We worship Baal. Maybe you should thank Baal for the Dow being at 50,000. You're a pretty good stock trader, Raskin. From what I hear.
And it's just a show with these hearings. It's 100% a show for both sides. They just try to get your little 10-second gotcha moments. And it's sad because we are dealing with Americans and like our livelihoods, and they just make it a circus every single time on both sides.
Maybe instead of angering Baal, you thank Baal. Thank Baal for what he's done for American 401ks. Baal has done more for the S&P 500 than Joe Biden did. Joe Biden didn't do anything for the S&P 500. We had to go to Moloch and Baal. That's Pam Bondi telling everyone to thank Baal, the demon Baal, for the S&P 500, and don't worry about the child sacrifices. But by the way, that's kind of what she's saying. It's actually what she's saying. Now, she's not articulating it as intelligently as I am. She, frankly, doesn't have the ability. What she's saying is that Moloch and Baal are protecting the American economy, and that if we have to sacrifice a few people, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, what I got from that is pretty much if we do arrest and go after these, these human traffickers, these child predators, as you call them, I'd call them a lot worse, but YouTube sensibility, that it's going to bring the whole system down. Then everyone's going to struggle. Otherwise, why would you be talking in that type of way if it wasn't to defend what they're currently doing, which is protecting these people in charge that have done nasty things to children? Now he's about to expose Erika Kirk being Charlie Kirk's handler. And I've been saying this for a while. She was 100% a honeypot. If you just look into Erika Kirk and her family's past, very questionable.
No, you look at the Kirk thing, right? Remember that? you look at that and you try to zoom out and go, all right, tragic death on its face. We see a furry, the furry's boyfriend, the thing. Okay. Then we zoom out. We go, wait, the wife's weird. Something up with the wife. The organization's weird. Something's up with them. 3 weeks after the guy's dead, she's out there with sparklers. They're doing Cirque du Soleil. Something's off. Something's weird. Now we find out, like, the wife it's beyond weird. It's creepy. And there's a very good chance that this woman was his handler, that he was this powerful young guy who raised a lot of money for a lot of people and took a lot of money from a lot of people. And money's never free. So you think about it, you say you have this, how do you direct a guy like that who's incredibly important? He's running the largest young voter, registration organization. He's handling large sums of money. He's out there sculpting narrative as it regards to domestic and foreign policy. So you have a handler who comes in, and she may have loved him. I'm sure she loved him. Why wouldn't a handler love her husband? Because even though she was his Mossad handler and probably had him killed, no marriage is perfect. None. Not one. No marriage is perfect. Truly. No marriage is perfect. There's no marriage that is perfect. She may have been his handler, and they came to her one day and said, he found out you're his handler.
Yeah, there's so many rumors speculating around that, like, he found out she was cheating or something to do with the kids. He left everything with the kids. I've even heard that the kids aren't his, supposedly, that she said. But all of her theatrics since he's passed has shown to me that she doesn't give two shits about Charlie Kirk. May he rest in peace. It is tragic how it happened, and normal people with normal hearts would handle that completely different. You should be at home with your kids, and what are you doing talking about raising millions of dollars a couple days later after your husband tragically gets assassinated? Fake. She doesn't give a shit. She only cares about her and herself only.
Or she might have told them. She might have said, listen, we got problems. This guy, and I'm not the only one saying this, don't kill me. I'm saying we're not breaking news here. We're not breaking ground. We're reviewing. We're analyzing. We're like behind the eight ball. This woman may have called someone up and said, we got bad news here. This guy found all the laundered money, and now he knows I'm his handler, and he thinks that invalidates the marriage because I'm his handler. And they were like, can we do anything about it? Is there anything we can do here? And she goes, I don't know. And then they go, well, we might have to, And she cried, and she was sad, whatever. And I'm not saying any of that happened. I'm saying that's more reasonable than what kind of we're being told. That's all.
Oh, most definitely. I don't trust Erika Kirk as far as I could throw her. Same with the Turning Point USA. As we know, towards the end, he was totally questioning Israel and if there was a cover-up that was happening with October 7th. He was talking about how they push these very liberal policies, even though, as I've said, the two-party system is the same party. He had $250 million supposedly offered to him from the Israel lobby, and he pretty much denied it. He was questioning the whole Israel cause altogether, and he didn't want us to go to war with Iran in Israel's benefit. But it looks like the minute they took him out, now look what Trump's doing, literally talking about bombing Iran and going to war with Iran for Israel. It makes absolutely no sense. And Charlie had that big voice, especially for the younger crowd. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think. We are living in biblical times. Hope you guys have a blessed day. See you on the next video. Peace.